Hey, so I'm back at it. I am trying to finish up this cabinet so that I can get it to Finders Keepers. It's going to be housing my DIY paint that I retail. And I normally do not paint the insides. I normally just paint outside. And I didn't really know what I was gonna do, and I was staring at this today. And I don't really have a lot of paint left that I had custom mixed. I showed this yesterday, boho blue, kissing booth, and I actually had mixed it for another piece, and I had a little bit left over, and I had put a little bit of cowgirl coral and a little bit of letterpress gray in it. Well, I didn't have enough, and so I just added to it, and I added more boho blue and all those colors, and I came up with a different shade. One of the things that I love about DIY paint is that you can make your own colors. You can do custom colors. The paint itself is very, very thick. It's like a very thick Greek yogurt, just really, really thick. It's clay based, and the really awesome thing is I didn't have enough paint, and I didn't want to try to mix again and get it, not get the right shade. So I watered it down. I put a lot of water in it. And I don't know if you can tell, but I got a pretty good coverage all around in here. Now, if I would have watered it down a little bit more, it would act like a stain. Because it's clay based, it takes a lot of pigment to make a color. And so it's like, I think they said it was 5 times the pigment of normal paint. And so that means that I can water it down all the way and still get the color. And so you can see that this is just the first coat, and there's some parts where you can actually see a little bit of the wood coming through. And you might want that. That might be what you're going after. So I didn't want to water down my brush, so I just wrapped it in a baby wipe. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat. And I'm just taking very, very little bit of paint, and I'm going to just paint it. And as you can see, look at the coverage. So see the difference in color? I don't know if you can tell with the lighting, but when it's wet, it's a lot darker. And then when it dries, it lightens up. But then when you seal it, it darkens up a little bit more. So I'm just going to, I'm not gonna do this everywhere. It's just in those spots that's a little bit light. I'm gonna go through it. And I've got a water mister. Hey, Vicky, thanks for watching. I got a water mister, and that's how I water down paint as well. I'm just putting very little. Oops. Oh, this is good. If ever you have a bristle that goes in there, don't grab it with your finger. Just kind of, I don't know if you saw that little thing I did, that move. So you just do that, and it just comes right up. So that's about all I'm gonna do for this. I've got pretty good coverage. I don't want it perfect anyway because I've distressed it. So I've just got a little bit of paint that has to go a long way. But watering it down helps a lot. So I'm just, you can't see what I'm doing here, but I'm just recoating this door, and then I'm just gonna try to finish this up. I made a video that I'm gonna post on here later. If you've never decoupaged and you've been intimidated by it, it is so easy. I've decoupaged for years, different ways. We actually have a product called Crystal Clear Chandelier. I was looking for it, but it's too far away. Crystal Clear Chandelier. It's a top coat, it's a image transfer medium, and it is a decoupage medium. And so it's clear and liquid, and you can actually mix it with other colors of our paint line as well. So it is very multi-purpose, and I use that to decoupage. And so I attached, yesterday when I showed you this piece, the back was not attached, but I attached it yesterday. Oops. Sorry, I'm using the same tripod. So this is what I've done. I decoupaged that paper and I put it in the back, and then I've been working on the shelves. And so I'm going to show a video later how to decoupage using DIY's crystal clear chandelier. And here it is, actually. I did the same thing. I wrapped my brush because I'm probably going to do a second coat. But this is it, crystal clear chandelier. And as I don't know if it's backwards or not, but it's the transfer gel top coat and decoupage medium. So that's what I did here, and I'm waiting for this to dry. It's almost dry, and then I'm going to finish it up. But right now, I'm just working on this piece. And so see how you can tell right here how much darker it is when it's wet than when it's dry. And once it's dried, then I'm going to go ahead and top coat it. And then you can see what it looks like when it's top coated. That's the color that I'm going to get. That's my final color. So again, like here, you can really tell here the difference between what's wet and what's dry. So that's kind of what I'm working on, and I'm going to show you bits and pieces as I go forward, and then as I finish, I will come back on and I will show the finished piece. So thank you for joining me, and I'll be posting again later today.